Hi there, it's Shondell from Life Puzzle again. Just wondering what sort of assumptions you've been making this week. In fact, I would guess that you probably haven't even been conscious of any of the assumptions that you've been making. And you know, this is a real problem, especially if you're doing them in your business. Often what happens is people have belief systems that they have adopted, they don't even know where they've got them from, and because we're processing so many bits of information in every single second, we're making assumptions about what's really going on in the communication that may not be going on. Let me give you a little example. I worked with Bob. He was a guy that had a services-based business, and he had a really important client, a trophy client that he was really excited about getting on board. And Bob basically was in a situation where the decision maker said to him that he needed to get sign off from one of the board members who was overseas, and it was going to take some time to get it done. And Bob unfortunately made an assumption that this was an objection that was about price. And so what he did was he decided to essentially discount his product by nearly 50%, thinking that that would get him the close off on the sale a lot quicker. So he assumed that his client had a problem with price, and really that was actually more about what was going on for Bob than it was about the client, but that's another story. So Bob went back to the key decision maker and said, look, we can do it at this price, providing you do the closing of the sale or the signing of the agreement within the next week. And he said, thank you so much for that, Bob. As I said to you, our CEO is overseas and we need him to sign off on it or co-sign off on it. And so what Bob did basically was he didn't get the sale any quicker, and what he did was he showed his clients how much less he could charge them. So what Bob really needed to learn from this situation is that the assumptions that he was making actually impacted his business quite significantly. What he should have done instead is ask some questions. So, is there anything that we can do to make this happen quicker? Is there anything that I can do to accelerate this process for you? When what actually really happened was Bob made an assumption, he took some steps which didn't get him the outcome that he was looking for, and it also cost him a lot of profit margin. So it's really important that you ask yourself, where are the assumptions that you're making and in your business and in your life, and how are they affecting you and your profit margin? Until next time, be well and be empowered.